I picked up 5 generic Android boxes, all under the $50 price tag, to see if any of these cheap discounted boxes are actually worth it. All of these boxes vary in specs, design, and additional features that come with them. I even found one from EasyTone that's basically a NVIDIA Shield TV knockoff, so that'll be interesting to check out. I make weekly videos helping people like you save money on streaming services and learning about the newest, or in this case, the oldest tech. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you out just a little bit, hit the subscribe button right down below. First things first, I want to unbox each one of these and look at the different components that come with them. So now that we have each device unboxed, I want to talk about the quality and the separate components that come with it. Starting with this very generic X88 Pro 13 Ultra HD 8K box. Gotta be insane, it is 8K. This device comes with 4 gigabytes of RAM and 32 gigabytes of ROM. And we got a little bit of plastic there. On the side, it looks like you have 2 USBs, one USB 3.0 and one regular USB 2.0. You have a little SD card slot, and on the back you have HDMI, Ethernet, and your classic plug-in. It feels like a cheap box. I don't know how else to describe it. If you drop this, if you step on it, it will break. Included is this very generic remote. I hate these. I always get a keyboard remote. You also have your HDMI and your power cord. The extra bonus with this one is it did come with a bonus keyboard remote. So that makes the purchase at least feel a little bit better, knowing I won't have to utilize this with it. For item number 2, we have this very generic Android TV stick. Now, this was a frequently returned item, so my faith specifically in this one is not that high. Now, it came with this Android TV stick. Doesn't look great for plugins. Well, here's one thing I will say. So it has a USB-C power source right here. That's useful. But extra bonus with this, which is I guess kind of unique, it at least has a USB port built in. You don't see many sticks also have a built-in USB port. So that is promising. We can plug a keyboard remote directly in this without an OTG cable. Again, feels very cheap, right? About as heavy as a Fire Stick, I guess. Cheap generic remote. Does have at least shortcut buttons. That's nice. They do give you the HDMI extender here, and that will allow us to, of course, plug it in and then plug it directly in the TV like that. And then I think this is a IR blaster, if I remember right. That's useful as well. 2 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of ROM. So decent storage on it as well. We'll be checking this out in a little bit. Item number 3, this one is a beast. It is the T95Z Plus, your classic Hexagon design, and it comes with 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64 gigabytes of ROM storage. That is crazy. Now, you do have quite a bit of ports on this. On one side, you have your Ethernet, your USB, and your optical. Then you have your HDMI, you have power plug-in and an AV. And then lastly, you have one more USB and then an SD card slot and a little LCD screen on there as well. This one always feels a little bit better of a build, like it's gonna last a little longer, just the physical makeup of it. Doesn't come with much. You get your classic remote, you get your HDMI cable and your power plug-in. Extra bonus with this one as well, it did come with a combo pack of keyboard remotes. That's sweet. Next up is another heavy hitter. This is the T95W, and this comes with 64 gigabytes of ROM and 4 gigabytes of RAM. Of course, it depends on what model you get, but this is the one I bought. USB port, HDMI, USB, Ethernet, optical, power. That's it. Very straightforward box. Feels okay, still feels pretty cheap. Most of these do. Little rubber feet on the bottom for a little anti-slip. HDMI, power, cheap remote. And lastly, this was the one I was most excited for because it's like the NVIDIA Shield ripoff. 4 gigabytes of RAM, 32 of ROM, and it looks like a mini NVIDIA Shield, like the old school version, you know what I mean? Actually kind of like the Pro now too. So it has that triangle design, it has that kind of geometric shape to it. It's called the R69 Plus. This was actually the most expensive device that I purchased. It comes with the smallest power adapter I've ever seen. I don't know why this looks so tiny. And it came with, of course, your HDMI Wi-Fi. And lastly, this really weird looking remote. I don't know what it is about this remote, but it just looks kind of like fake almost. I don't know how to explain that. It does have your shortcut buttons on the bottom. We'll test those out. Voice assistant and the rest of your classical control. Now that we've taken a look at the quality and a little bit of the specs, I want to go and plug these in and see how they actually run. So now time to test every single one of these out. And to do this, we're going to plug them in. We're going to check out the interface, how well they're running. Can we get official Netflix and apps on it? And we got right here a nice Fire TV Series 2 to do that on. Let's check it out. Starting with number one, we're gonna try the Q6 TV stick. I almost always hate these Android ripoff sticks, but let's see if this one's worth it. Always need to include the smallest possible USB cord. So it immediately booted right up to the main screen. Now we're gonna have to connect our Wi-Fi first, so let's get that process done and check out the operating system a little bit. Now let's move and check out the operating system. This actually surprises me that this looks like an official version of Android compared to like a ripped version. You can see it says version 10 right here. Let's see, can we also activate developers mode? We can. Let's check out the App Store really quick and see if we can actually get official apps on this. Okay, so we're just signing into the Google Play Store for the first time. I wanna see if we can install official apps. A lot of the times with these ripped copies, they're not certified with Netflix and a lot of these other official applications, so you can't actually use them properly. But this actually looks kind of promising. Oh, look at that lag. You guys see that issue where it's kind of very slowly rolling through things? Look at that. Okay, weird. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna download a free app here, Plex, and I also wanna download Netflix. Ah, there is no Netflix, so it is not Netflix certified. That's what I thought. You see how we can't find Netflix on here, even when we type it in? Oh, I guess let's try a different one. Let's try, I don't know, Prime Video. Oh, that's annoying. I hate when these aren't certified with Netflix, even though it's running official Android. They do that because it costs more money to get the official Android TV on here that's actually Netflix certified. Obviously, a pretty big downside. Well, while this is pending, which looks like it's gonna take forever, let's get one more app on here. I think we need Downloader, one of my personal favorites. There we go. And let's see if we can sideload apps on here as well, because that's an important feature all of you really want to be able to use. I am noticing some considerable lag when I'm moving back and forth through the interface. It's not super enjoyable. Ah, check this out right here. You're using a mobile layout, which is optimized for small touch. Do you want to switch to a TV layout instead? This is not an official Android TV version. Let's switch to TV here, see how this goes. Oh man, this thing is slow. Oh my God. Look at this leg moving in and forth while I'm moving through sections. Look how much time it takes. Let's go to live TV. Look at that switch transition. That is absolutely brutal. Oh my God, this is bad. And there's nothing loaded on this right now. I want you guys to keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and see if Prime Video loads up properly. Oh my God, what is this? This is not official Amazon Prime. Oh my God, this thing lags so bad. Okay, I want to point out, you see how it says download right at the bottom there? That is how you know this is a mobile version of Amazon Prime, because that's the only version that allows you to download. And look at how laggy this is trying to move through this interface. I want to check out storage really quick. Okay, so it does have the internal storage that it says, and it is 2 gigabytes of RAM. Safe to say, the Android TV stick, don't waste your money. That thing's garbage. Don't bother with it. Item number 2 we're gonna test is the T95W. This has 64 gigabytes of ROM and 4 gigabytes of RAM. Should be a beast. Let's check it out. Okay, we got some sort of Android TV boot up going on here. Again, this looks like the boot up screen to official Android TV. I hope we actually find that in one of these devices. Very similar to the last one where it looks like official Android TV. You're gonna notice it has the Aptoid store, which is never a good sign. Okay, let's check out the Google Play Store again and see what we can actually download on this. Are we gonna have official applications? My guess is no. So we got Crunchyroll, Paramount, Crave. Let's try to find Netflix again. Yeah, same thing. Well, let's install Tubi TV here. And let's also install Downloader. Oh, it comes with a ripped copy of Kodi players. Oh, there is Netflix right here. Okay, let's check this out. We got a Netflix on here. It must have came pre-installed. Let's try this version out and see if it actually works decent. Okay, well, my internet is connected. Classic, yeah. Okay, so the Netflix on here does not work. I was kind of expecting that. Let's check out Tubi TV. I'm gonna say right off the bat, it moves through way better on this device. Way less lag. I'm not noticing that unresponsive time in between clicks, where the last one, it was like, I press it, half-second delay, press it, half-second delay. Okay, Tubi's loading. It doesn't say mobile version, so that's good, unless it just automatically senses it. And yeah, it definitely scrolls through a lot better on here. Like I said, things are just way more responsive, and that's probably because of the processor and that 4 gigabytes of RAM, which makes a pretty big difference with these devices. Let's check out Downloader here. Let's go to my webpage here. Again, if you guys don't know, my code is 773820. All right, let's try out. You guys already know right here. Let's get an official version. We might have to uninstall that older version first, but we'll see. There we go. Oh, that loads up pretty good. Scrolls just fine. That's typical Kodi lag when you first load it up, so that's nothing out of the ordinary. Let's take a look at the settings and some of the specs really quick. So it's saying here Android TV 11. So it does say official Android TV, where the other one just said Android 10. So a little bit of a difference. If we go to storage, it indeed has 64 gigabytes. If we scroll down, there's 56 available right now. So you are getting the storage that they tell you you're getting. I know a lot of you won't care about the fact that you can't get official versions of Netflix or Prime Video on this, but I do care, because I feel like if you're paying $60 for a device, Netflix should work. Now, I know a lot of you guys are side loading it, but you're probably gonna wanna take advantage of the official subscriptions that you already own. And that's one of the major issues with these apps, is they typically don't work. Let's see if I can even load Crave here. We're gonna have to install it first. Now, usually the Aptoide store will allow you to install mobile versions, but they never actually work that good, which is part of the issue. I do have Crave though, so I'll see if I can log into this and if it actually works decent. So content is loading up. At the very least, some official apps are going to work on this, and that's a good sign. I'm gonna be honest with this one. I don't mind it. It's not the worst. It's still $50, which is more than a Fire Stick in most cases, and more than a lot of those discounted devices that frankly work a little bit better, but the speed of it is not terrible. If you buy this, you're not going to hate it, right? It's not the worst, so I like that at least. Box number 3, we're going with the generic Android TV box. This is the X88 Ultra HD 8K box. That's right. You thought 4K was crazy? This is 8K. Blow your mind. Now, this one also comes with, I believe, 4 gigabytes of RAM. It looks like they have a, I don't know why it says all 4GGG, and 32 gigabytes of ROM. Let's check it out. It even says 8K. Oh, Ultra HD as well. Now, this is what I'm expecting. That did actually boot up pretty fast, but when I hear Android TV box, this is what I expect it to look like. They're not trying to trick you. This is an Android TV. This is like an Android RIP OS system. It's gonna run all mobile apps, 100%. Let's see what we have on here for apps. We got YouTube. They do have a version of Netflix. They have AirScreen. I like when they have that. Disney Plus. I'm gonna assume these are mobile versions. And yeah, TikTok, because everybody needs a little brain rot in their life. Let's connect our Wi-Fi. All right, now that we're connected, I wanna check out Netflix, because so far we haven't had any luck really with official apps, although that last one did play Crave. Let's check out Netflix on this one. A new version. Oh, I don't like the sound of, oh, look how it uses the mobile mouse there. Check this out. I can't even press it. Oh my God, that's so annoying. Okay, here we go. So for some reason, it won't sign into my Netflix, and the password's right, the username's right. So that's really weird. So we're gonna leave Netflix for now. Let's go to YouTube and see if we can find a video with 4K resolution and if it'll even play 4K. Because we know the 8K is BS, that's not a thing, but let's see if it has any sort of 4K capabilities. Oh wow, the responsiveness is not working well inside of YouTube. Oh, this is 8K. We found it. 8K video Ultra HD. Now what we have to do is, oh my God, there's so much lag. There we go. So you gotta scroll over to the right here until we can hit settings. And now we gotta change the resolution. So 21, so we can actually play 4K on this box. It is 4K compatible, which is a keyword, 4K compatible. There we go. Oh my God, the lag on this is crazy. It's stuck a little bit. Wow. So it is definitely struggling with the 4K. And I can tell you right now, it is not my internet. I have top of the line internet, but lots of stuttering here. although that looks pretty nice. Lots of stuttering. One thing I like about these generic boxes is if you're going to use them for third-party apps, they do actually run pretty quick. It's some of the official stuff, because it's not the actual app you usually use on a TV, I find it struggles. So when I'm loading Kodi on these boxes, they do the job. Now, would I rather use it on a Fire Stick? Probably. Let's go over to settings and check out some of the specs. And you can see it says Android TV OS 13. This is just a ripped version of an Android build. Not very good. We can still get developers options there. Let's go to storage here. So 4 gigabytes of RAM. We have 32 gigabytes of storage, which equates to how much available? 23. So something is using up 9 gigabytes, and that must be the operating system, which is crazy to me. I have actually no idea what's using up that 1.2 gigabytes. That's crazy. This one, not a terrible choice, but again, it's one of those, why are they calling it an 8K box? That's not a thing. I hate when companies do that. Let's move on to the next one. Coming up soon, we're gonna check out this NVIDIA Shield ripoff box. Can't wait for this one. So next we have the Hexagon box. I think it's a Hexagon, technically. This is one of my favorites. A lot of you guys don't know the origin story of UGT, but I know these boxes well. Maybe one day you guys will get the tea. But this is 4 gigabytes and I believe 64 of ROM. That's right. Out of design, this actually has one of my favorite designs. It's very well built, feels sturdy, and it just has a nice, simple look to it. Some of them even have LEDs that light up all the way around. I think this is one of them. Oh, the animated startup screen. Now, I like that this box doesn't call itself 8K. That is much appreciated when they don't do that. So another one of the simple Android TV operating systems. This is exactly what I expect. They have the clear memory option right on the front. It helps clear up your cache data. They have the Miracast file browser, so you can easily access your USBs. And then some of the most popular settings, such as the OTA update right there as well. Let's check out and connect our Wi-Fi first. Let's look at the actual information on this device first. So I want to see, okay, so it's based on Android 12. It doesn't say Android TV, so they're not trying to hide it. This is just an Android ripped version. LED control. Okay, so look at this. You guys see the lights? Oh, damn. You guys can see the lights on this box right here. Let's change it to green. Oh, there's only 3 options. No red? Come on. Let's go to storage down here. 4 gigabytes, 64 of storage. And what apps come on it? Let's see. So we do have a version of Netflix. We'll check that out. They do have a Kodi rip as well. Prime Video. You have the Play Store, open browser. So we'll give Netflix another try. And we're also going to check out YouTube as well again. I want to see if we can play that footage in 4K and see how it plays on this box compared to the last one. It's already loading a lot faster. You guys can see that. That last box did not. Actually, let's find the same 8K video here. Oh, right there. I think I found it. I think this was the one. We're gonna go here and we're gonna change it to 4K and see if we get any stuttering. Oh, no 4K option. Okay, interesting. I will say this YouTube is running 10 times faster. There we go. We got some 4K right here, 2160p. You notice how compared to the last box we did, when we had a ton of stuttering, we are getting 0 stuttering on this one. Just nice, clean footage. And that's the difference between some of the cheap generic boxes and something like this that at least runs well. You know what I mean? Like, it's at least running clean. Well, at least we know YouTube's running well. The Aptoid store, if none of you have ever been on it, has a lot of like popular APKs for like official apps that maybe you need a mobile version on to work on this type of device. So Aptoid store is a friend. It does have a lot of good stuff on it. You just have to know what you're looking for. So if you look through apps, you'll be able to get all sorts of streaming apps. So for example, they'll have a version of Netflix that will actually work on your device. When you download it from the Google Play Store, often it's not a version that will. So here you can see, we can just directly open it. There we go. I'm in. So for whatever reason, that other one was not accepting it. But you can see this is a mobile version. So you can see it says download and go. And look how we can't even scroll properly. We got to use, I think we have to use our scroll pad. There we go. You can see I have to use the scroll pad to actually scroll because you can't actually use your buttons to get through it, which is super annoying. And that's why I don't always like these generic boxes, because when you want to use these official apps, it is actually kind of annoying. But it's good to see that it actually has a running version of it. This one, I actually don't mind this box. It runs pretty fast. It operates well. YouTube was at least not stuttering. You can use this for Kodi and all those official apps. So I would say the Pentagon box, one of my favorite generic Android boxes. This one's not bad. Not bad. Again, other ones I would get before, not a bad choice. Time for our most expensive one of the day. This is the NVIDIA Shield ripoff, the EasyTone R69 Plus. This was the most expensive one, 8-core CPU, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of ROM. So this should be a beast. Check that out. When I say NVIDIA Shield ripoff, it just has this very similar design to it, if you guys know what I mean. I don't know if it lights up at all, but we're gonna find out. Okay, that actually booted up pretty fast. It even has kind of the NVIDIA Shield like interface, which is kind of funny. What apps does it have on here? Let's see. I'm gonna guess this does not have official Netflix, but we will try to log into Google Play Store just for the hell of it. This looks actually kind of similar to an NVIDIA Shield. The interface is very, very similar. Okay, let's see what apps we can get on here. Again, the same thing. So you can't get Netflix on here. It's just you need that Netflix certification with these Android TV boxes. And I hate that official apps do that. Like, why can't I use it just on every type of device? Why does it have to be certified? But I guess I get it. I guess while we're in here, let's install Tubi and see how that runs. Now, in the meantime, let's check out the specs here. I will say, like, just moving around the interface, it doesn't have a lot of lag. It has a little bit of delay, but it does move through actually pretty fast. Oh, LED control. Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, it's the exact same. Very light LEDs. You can barely see them. Why are those even there? That adds zero ambiance to it. Ambience? Is that what I was trying to say? It doesn't add much benefit. I don't know why they put that. So it's saying it's running a version of Android TV 14. Nice. We have a power energy setting. That's unique. I haven't seen that on another one. I think that's similar to the NVIDIA Shield actually, where they have the same power energy option. 4 gigabytes, 32 of storage. Same thing, we can't check it. I do like the interface on this one. At least it feels like a legitimate device. You know, you still have all these top movie recommendations as you scroll through. Like, they tried to make this as similar as possible for sure. Let's load up YouTube and check it out. That loaded up actually really quick. You can tell a world of difference from this other box that we checked out earlier. Way better. Let's go up here and just make sure we put this on 4K. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. It's struggling. Okay, here we go. It looks like it has little bits of stuttering. Can you guys see that? I don't know if my eyes are deceiving me, but I don't know if you guys can see like the jolting. It looks a little off to me. I could be wrong. So after all of that, if I had to rank these from worst to best, worst device, generic Android TV stick, by far, terrible. I would never buy this. The fact this costs $50 blows my mind. Garbage, don't buy it. Second worst, this one right here, stuttering YouTube. 8K box, this is the 8K. Look at that right there, 8K Ultra HD. It struggles to play YouTube. That's a no buy, automatic. Behind that, I would put this one. This was number 3, the T95W, the first one we looked at. Actually ran decent, I found. It was quick, and it didn't have a lot of stuttering at all. And yeah, it could do what I expect out of an Android TV box. Now, number 2, I would have to put the rip-off NVIDIA Shield. I actually really didn't want this box to work well, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't as bad as I thought. It operated, it did its job, and the interface was actually pretty clean for what I expected, so I don't mind that one. And lastly, we have an oldie, but a goodie. The Pentagon box, Hexagon, I don't know, one of those. Anyways, I like this box. It actually operates well. If I'm gonna get a generic Android box, this is usually the one I look at. But the truth is, I would probably not buy a generic Android box anymore. I just think there's so many discount streamers, even if you look at the ONN Pro, or the Fire Stick, or the Chromecast TV, which is now discontinued. There's a lot of brand name stuff that has official streaming apps that are certified that operate pretty well. So that's just my thought on it. Let me know down below in the comments which Android TV box I should review next. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.